What's going on, YouTube world? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dusty. Thanks for tuning in, and this is the Shred Academy. I tried to switch it up there. Today, we're going to be breaking down our third trick in our series, and that's going to be the turn bar. So let's get to breaking this turn bar down. Let's go and break this turn bar down. And I want to note before we start this that it's important to look at your form as you're progressing through your jumps. Even myself, as I took this video, never really looked at it until I was making this video for you guys, and realized right here, my body kind of goes forward here, my upper body, and I don't get the best form or arc off this, which causes me to almost case this. So it's just important to always be looking at your form and never thinking that you've got it all perfect all the time, because it doesn't work like that. So let's go forward. This is, again, the easiest trick. It's the most go-to trick for almost any rider. It basically gives you something to do in the air. So this whole time here, you feel like you're not just along for the ride, you're in control of the bike. Now, you can choose either to turn the bar to the left, or you can go ahead and turn it to the right. It's up to you. To decide that, I would just simply stand over your bike and turn the bar to the right, and then turn it to the left and see which feels most comfortable for you. And you can always change it later and turn bar both ways. So once we have a good preload, we're accepting going up the lip, maybe we'll have a little better body position here to have a little better front wheel lift initiation. But what I would not recommend you do is start turning the bar while you're still carrying that rear wheel up the lip. That's going to cause your weight to shift, and that could cause you to start to lean to one side or the other. And then once you leave, you could just freeze because you're starting to lean, and then you're dead sailoring and not having a good time. So I totally suggest, while you're learning this trick, to not start turning the bar until you're more or less off the ground, or even sometimes maybe just midway through. Get used to turning that bar a little bit by little bit by little bit in either direction. You don't have to go, full 90 the first time. So just be comfortable and make sure as you descend, you're turning that bar back to facing down the landing. And don't wait to do it. Just be comfortable, get it turned so that you can actually roll the bike forward, maybe land with a little bit of pressure on that front wheel first, and then setting that rear tire down. Now you can see again here, I barely make it to the knuckle of this. Some may say that this big rolled knuckle, maybe I cased it. You can tell me if I cased it, I really don't mind. But let's go back and we're gonna show you another view. And this is a pretty lazy turn bar, but we're gonna show you another view where I actually suck the bike up a little more and get a little more style, because you can do this trick in kind of a few positions. You can be more extended here like I am, or you can be more compact because you went off a bigger, steeper lip. So let's take a look at something like that. Okay. Anyway, guys, just want to have a quick update. We are on the road to the Fox US Open. This past week, I stopped at Blue Mountain Bike Park to race an Eastern States Cup downhill race. Now, in 40 plus, I got second, super pumped. We had 6 other fierce competitors, and I was happy to come out with second. Now, we did go through a couple tires, and unfortunately, I had a little van catastrophe, and I had to do a little engine work, which set me financially back. We're still going racing, but I could use just a little more help ensuring that I can get out of Killington and get back down south so I can continue making this content for you guys. Now, on that note,
We're also trying to get 100 Patreons. That's gonna take the weight off of my shoulders so I don't have to create 3 videos a week to create more views to get my ad revenue up, which pays my bills. So if you guys would become a Patreon, right? That's gonna help me create good content that you guys wanna see and not have to just pump it out. So better content, maybe a little less often, but better. So if you guys would help out, that would be great. All the links are in the description. I could really use your help right now. Thank you for the continued support from the people that have sponsored. Their names have been going across. You can get mentioned on the channel. I can give lessons. Hit me up. I'd love to work with all of you.
Okay, so here we are with the same turn bar, but we came at this with a little more speed. And honestly, since we came out with more speed, we didn't have to kind of pull as hard. Now notice that as I come into frame here, turning the bar, and notice that my knees are bent. I'm kind of just tucked in there. I'm compact. It looks pretty stylish, and this is actually going to be getting us closer to a table and just rotating underneath. So as you progress this jump and you can start to kind of be more compact like this, it's going to allow you to do other tricks from this turn bar. Now, again, notice as I start to descend, I rotate the bars back straight, down the landing, extend my arms, front tire first, followed by the rear tire, and then weight straight down into those pedals into the bottom bracket. Boom. And again, looking down trail, never looking right here, always ready for the next jump. And boom, I'm ready for the next feature. So let's look at a few things that we shouldn't be doing to turn bar. To be honest with you guys, there's not a whole lot that can go wrong with this turn bar, as long as you're executing it over top of the tabletop and you're not really trying to do this off the lip, and as well, as long as you're getting a good J-hop form off the lip. So let's look at what happens. We're going to even exaggerate what I did, which was not create a counterweight for that front wheel. Now notice that, you know, I'm exploding up and forward already. I'm kind of taking weight off of that rear wheel. And as I go forward and create that turn bar, look at where my body position leads me. So my rear wheel is going to get kicked here. And as I start to land, notice how as I absorb, because I was so far forward, I'm trying to keep myself from going over the bars. If there was a bigger knuckle here and I hit it, I could go over. So leaning too far forward is going to result in two things: chances of going over the bars, bad position to get a good bar turn, and as well, it's going to cause me to not clear the jump because I have a bad counterweight, and you could go over the bars. Now let's look at the reverse side of that. And if we lean back off the jump, get scared as we're thinking about turning the bar, and absorb with our legs, we're going to get that rear end dead sailor. Notice my bar turning here. I kind of was thinking about it going off the lip here, but when I decided not to really go through the body motions, watch my legs absorb the lip. I stay in the rear seat, and things just kind of go awful from there. I try to push down to get my rear down to the ground, but I'm really in the back seat. I fall into the bike and nearly biff it. So stick to that J-hop form. Don't be scared. You want to just make sure you're turning little by little in the air.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. That was how to turn bar. I hope you took away some good tips and that you're going to be able to try it on your next ride. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a comment and to like, share, and subscribe. It might have gone that way on the screen, but oh well. And as always, if you'd like to become a Patreon, The link is in the description. It helps make sure the channel survives and I can pay my bills. If you'd just like to leave a super thanks, please use the PayPal link in the description, because YouTube takes 50% almost of the super thanks when you go through YouTube. And I'm sure that's not what you intended that money to be for. So, as always, ride hard, ride safe, be kind to each other. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining us.